Have you ever wished for like a user manual for being a better human? Well, today we're diving into a blueprint for personal development that's been around for thousands of years, but honestly feels like it was written for right now. We're talking about the 6 perfections from Mahayana Buddhism.
So let's just get right to the heart of it. What is the Buddhist path to becoming your best self? It's a question we all ask in one way or another, and what's cool is that this ancient tradition gives us a really practical step-by-step answer. And that answer comes down to this number right here, 6. It's not one single secret ingredient, but a really powerful framework of 6 core qualities, 6 practices that all work together to totally transform us from the inside out.
Okay, let's get into it. Before we unpack each of these 6 practices one by one, we need to get the big picture, the main ideas behind this whole thing. Think of this as the blueprint for enlightenment. So what are the 6 perfections, really? Well, they're basically 6 qualities that shine through in the life of an enlightened person. They're what Mahayana Buddhists actively work on to live a life that's just overflowing with compassion. So don't think of them as strict rules, but more like muscles for your soul that you have to consciously build up over time. And who is the ultimate role model for this? That would be the Bodhisattva. Now, this concept is just incredible. A bodhisattva is a person who is so close to achieving their own final enlightenment, but they make a conscious choice to hit pause on that, to stick around and help every single other person get there first. And the 6 perfections? That's their training manual. That's the path they walk. So where does a journey this huge even start? Well, it's not with some lofty, abstract meditation technique. Nope. It starts with our feet firmly on the ground with our everyday actions. This is the foundation: giving and ethics. The whole path kicks off with the very first perfection, generosity, or dana. This is all about the practice of giving with a totally open heart. And here's the most important part: with zero expectation of getting anything back. It's about finding joy in the act of giving itself. And generosity here goes way beyond just money. The teachings actually break it down into 3 types. You've got the giving of material things, sure. But then there's the incredibly powerful act of giving someone protection from fear, just being there for a friend who's panicking. And finally, there's giving the teachings, the Dharma, which means sharing wisdom that helps others find their own way. Right alongside giving, we have the second perfection, morality, or sila. This one is all about taking a good, honest look at our lives and purifying our speech, our actions, and even how we earn a living. It's about making sure the way we move through the world is helpful, not harmful. And the goal here isn't to wrap yourself up in a bunch of restrictive rules. It's a proactive choice. It's all about preventing harm to yourself and to others, while at the same time actively growing the good stuff, the things that are wholesome and positive. Okay, so we've covered our outward actions. Now, the path turns inward. We've got to train the mind. This next pair of perfections is all about building up our internal strength and our determination. This is where we cultivate the mindset of patience and effort.
The third perfection is patience, or shanti. And oh man, this is so much more than just not getting annoyed in traffic. It's an active, powerful state of mind. It's about calmly accepting the things we just can't change, and at the same time, having the strength to show compassion, even to people who want to hurt us. That's a profound kind of inner power.
And I love this bit from the source material. It says, patience requires a great deal of self-discipline. However, the aim is also to develop this perfection naturally. What that means is, at first it's hard work. It's a choice you have to make again and again. But the goal is that eventually it just becomes second nature. It becomes a natural part of who you are.
Next up, we have the absolute powerhouse that fuels this whole journey, energy or virya. Now, this isn't about physical energy or drinking another cup of coffee. This fourth perfection is about cultivating a joyful, persistent, and focused mental energy, the kind you need to stay on this incredibly rewarding path.
So what does this energy actually do? It's the engine. It's the continuous effort you make to nurture what's good, positive thoughts, helpful actions, and to consciously let go of the stuff that's not. It's the driving force of positive change in your life. So, we started with a foundation of action, then we built the mindset of resilience, and now we get to the final stage, where all that work really pays off in a big way. This is where practice turns into profound insight. Welcome to Focus and Wisdom. The fifth perfection is meditation, or dhyana, And in this framework, meditation is a very specific tool. Its job is to help you develop an unshakable focus and a crystal clear awareness. See, the goal isn't just to chill out. It's to sharpen the mind into a tool that can cut through all the confusion and see reality as it truly is. So why this intense focus? Well, it's a three-step process. First, you develop that deep concentration. This helps you overcome all the constant distractions that pull you in a million directions. And that, in turn, creates a stable mental launchpad for real, genuine wisdom to finally take flight.
And that leads us right to the summit of the mountain, the sixth and final perfection, wisdom, or prajna. And we have to be clear, this is not about knowing a bunch of facts from a book. This is the direct, personal, and totally transformative understanding of reality that just naturally blossoms when you've been practicing all the other 5 perfections.
And this is where it all clicks together, and it's so important. Wisdom by itself isn't the whole picture. On this path, wisdom needs compassion to guide it, and compassion needs wisdom to be effective. It's the combination, wisdom and compassion working together as one, that is the true sign of a bodhisattva.
Wow, okay, that was a lot. So let's take a breath and bring all the pieces together for one final look. Let's see how this whole system gives us a map we can use in our own lives. And this table really lays out the whole blueprint beautifully. You see how it works? You start with that solid foundation of generosity and morality. From there, you build up your inner resilience with patience and that positive energy. That allows you to really hone your mind through meditation, which leads right to the ultimate goal, compassionate wisdom. Each step just flows perfectly into the next.
So there you have it, a timeless guide for becoming your best self, not just for you, but for the benefit of everyone. And that leaves us with one last question to think about. Looking at this path, at these 6 qualities, which one jumps out at you? Which of the 6 perfections do you find most challenging right now? Or maybe the most inspiring? Something to chew on.